This is why the new extremely handsome comedian Matt Rife is uncancelable. Is Matt Rife's career over? Or has Matt Rife's career just begun? He is so handsome. My loins, they're moist. Am I a hater? Do you not like handsome people? If you don't like handsome people, then why are you watching my videos? Because I like handsome people, all right? I'd like to consider myself an incredibly handsome person.
The only man to master all 4 elements of douchebag.
Do you guys think I'm handsome enough to be a rock star comedian that goes viral on TikTok on a consistent and regular basis? Well, I can't be because there's already one guy and his name is Matt Rife.
Do you know what your girl's biggest fear is? No, I don't. You don't know? Oh, man. Do you want to fill him in? Fish?
Bruh.
You've probably heard of him. He's the most hated jawline in comedy and also quite loved. A lot of people really do like this fellow.
People only hate somebody they're jealous of.
That was a really, really good, well-rounded answer. I'm trying to wrap my head around. Do you think people who hate Osama bin Laden are jealous of him?
He's been under fire recently, and I just keep seeing it on TikTok. I want to do some research. I want to do a little bit of digging here. Does he deserve all the crazy hate that he's been getting or all the love that he's been getting from the Red Pill comics? How Red Pill is this guy? Is he actually funny? I'm an arbiter of comedy. Is he just a male version of that girl who's not funny? What's her name?
But I'm celebrating. I finally just slept with my high school crush. Right? Thank you. Thank you. But I swear, now he like expects me.
Is this handsome guy just male Amy Schumer? Does he talk about his leaky pussy a lot? It doesn't seem like it. Matt Rife has been pretty popular for a while. All this stems from his widespread attention on TikTok for clips like this.
Do you have a fucking dog in here?
What the dog doing?
In this epic clip, he pokes fun at a lady for breaking up with a man that worked in the ER.
So how did he not do anything if he worked at the ER? Was he the janitor?
Well, I guess aside from work, if he didn't work,
Aside from work, he didn't do anything. He was saving lives.
It's a good clip. It's funny. It's got 5.6 million likes. Not even views, just likes. Matt Rife himself attributes this clip as the clip that blew everything up.
Yeah, a video I thought was stupid and didn't want to post anyways. I was like, this isn't even funny.
Which clip is it? We'll cut to it right now.
It's, it was The Lazy Hero.
And this is from July 2022. If that just helps paint a picture of how recently he's taken off. Here's another clip that has 8 million likes of him poking fun at a lady for being her boyfriend's side piece.
he's still fucking his baby mama.
Well, that's loyalty. It sounds like if he's fucking anybody, he should be the mother of his child, no? Am I crazy for this one? It kind of sounds like you breaking up a family.
Oh, wow. That's a clever one. This is the first clip I saw of him where he tries picking up a mom in the audience. Also 8 million likes.
Thank you so much. What's your name? Christina? You are so hot. Thank you so much.
Now, 8 million, that's a lot. He's got one more that's even liked than this. More liked, or I don't know. It's got 10 million likes. It's him asking a mom about her autistic child.
Anybody here have any autistic children? Do you really?
Yeah.
How old?
So he just turned 4.
He just turned 4. What's how far on the spectrum would you say he is? Is it little by little, or is he like?
He's nonverbal.
He's nonverbal. He got it.
Yeah.
What's his thing that he's really good at?
So he's hyperlexic.
Hyperlexic. What's that?
He's very, very good with numbers, shapes, colors.
He's good with numbers, shapes, and colors. Fuck yeah, that dude about to rob a casino sometime.
65 million views. Nearly 1 in 6 people hit the like button on this video. That is absurd. The engagement is redonkulous. Now, have you noticed a theme in these clips? These short, hilarious, chuckle, knee-slapping clips. They're all built around his interactions with women in the audience. He plays off the crowd. Clips of his prepared jokes don't go viral. It all just relies on people in attendance. His crowd work. It's immaculate.
Bitch, I think you're about to die alone. Because they look where you at. That's correct. We're in Miami. I'm already talking to somebody.
And by the way, on top of the theme being women in his overarching sort of comedy that's going viral, women genuinely just seem to love this guy.
You say flip-flops everywhere? Well, you don't fuck with the beach?
Beach is fine, but Why are your dogs out at a restaurant?
Your dog's out at a restaurant. Wow, hates dogs, everybody. This has been an experience you had. You went on a date with a guy and you wore flip-flops to it.
Yeah, there was a dude who was like a 10.
He was a 10? He had all 10 toes?
I don't know if it's his sense of humor or because he's a funny guy, or maybe because he's a hot motherfucker with a completely natural, not implanted jawline. Who knows? He has a crazy jaw though, legitimately. Ladies love this son of a bitch so much that he had one mom in the audience bring him cookies and a shirt that essentially offers him oral sex.
Thank you so much. What is this? Well, don't clap. It could be a bomb.
That's because of the Build-A-Bear joke.
Listen, guys, I've never ended a show early before, but I'm sure you would all understand if I had to wrap things up, right? There's one more thing in here. Cookies!
See, he's on top of the world. Bro's a legend. Another lady even had a seizure in the front row of one of his shows, and he paused the set, and when she recovered, she asked him for a picture. Shit, I'm gonna start having seizures around famous people.
Yo, can we get a paramedic real quick? Paramedic, please. Yeah. You okay?
Oh, she's gonna cry.
You all right? You feeling okay? You promise?
Can we get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course. Just don't use it for the obituary. My God.
Seems like a good guy. I feel like that's an appropriate response to someone having a seizure at the front row. You stop the game and you go interact because you're a human being. Better than Travis Scott. A whole lot better than Travis Scott. Bro has become very popular with the ladies, and that is the whole underarching theme of this entire video. I'm just jealous is what it is, and I cannot reiterate that enough. Not the fact that I'm jealous, but the fact that he is very popular with the ladies. He has an audience that is primarily one demographic. That's ladies. And he has recently alienated that demographic. And that's sort of the whole reason why the title of this video is a little bit different than how I seem to be acting, because I'm not a hater. I don't hate him. I'm not a gal. Why would I hate him? He's handsome as sure, but I've already got me a girlfriend. So no competition here, brother. Let's go to Matt's Netflix special, the root of all these problems. He made a domestic violence joke in his Netflix special called Natural Selection. The joke involved a waitress with a black eye and implied domestic violence as a result of the woman not adhering to traditional gender roles.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. And it wasn't like, what happened? Yeah, it was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? Like, this is who you have greeting people? And my boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, you know? And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Clearly a joke, but this got people really upset and mad. I watched the special. I don't really like comedy specials. I like comedians when they're not in the comedy environment. I think the only special that I really like is Shane Gillis's most recent special.
They would blow up like one truck every 5 months. They'd be just as surprised as everybody. Shit finally worked out. You could hear it in their voice. Someone would blow up, they'd be like, oh! Hello! It's like, yeah, dude, that's a human reaction. That's relatable. That's what I would do if I saw a explosion. I'd go, oh!
A lot of old Bill Burr specials are really good.
I was doing a gig in Dallas, and some waitress wrote on a piece of chalkboard. She goes, we like our beer the way we like our violence, domestic. Yeah, I gotta tell you something. That's a great fucking joke.
Like, how many times have you driven out to a bar going, I'm just gonna have one, all of a sudden you had like 11, right? And you're hammered, and you're thinking, but you're responsible. You're drunk, but you're responsible. You're like, God damn it, I drove my car here tonight. God damn it, I'm driving it home, all right?
But generally, comedians, even ones that I love, their specials just aren't, I don't like them very much nowadays. Anthony Jeselnik, pretty good.
My brother's been staying with me for a couple of weeks now, which has been awful. My brother's crazy. Even my neighbors hate him. The other day, I opened up the door, I caught him masturbating. He looks me right in the eyes and goes, shut the door. I said, get inside.
Jim Jeffries, pretty solid.
The thing about millennials, you're the worst people that have ever lived.
But like all the mainstream dudes, like the Texas guys, I'm Damon Wayans, my favorite comedian of all time.
What are you looking at, ass?
Nothing, sir.
You plotting on me, boy? No, sir.
All their dicks fell off in China. It looked like somebody spilled a bag of rice. That's a Damon Wayans joke. No, not a joke that I came up with. That's my favorite comedian, though.
People, you can't take yourself serious, man. I mean, Mike Tyson got upset. Keenan did him. My brother did an impression of him. And Mike thought it was me. I swear, I walked out of the store. He was with Tommy Hearns. I walk out the store. Mike goes, there he is. Nowhere to run. One of them stores that lock after your black ass. And I was just nervous, you know, and Mike grabbed me. He didn't hit me. He grabbed me and bit me. Right here. Bit me on the... I saw you doing me on TV, man. I didn't like that, funny man. You think you're funny?
And then secondarily, my favorite comedian and favorite stand-up special is The Unnatural Act by Jimothy Carey.
I used to get really upset when I told people where I came from down in Los Angeles because I always got the same response. Canada? Wow. Must have been cold. Now I just go along with them.
Yes, Canada. It was a frozen, hostile wasteland. And there was much work to be done if we were to survive the elements. After boring a hole through the ice to find food, my good friend Nantuck and I would build an igloo to protect ourselves.
That's kind of where I like the slapstick stuff. This is a very standard comedy special. It's not bad. It's not good. I don't really like it, but I don't hate it, right? It's just one that I'm never going to watch. I'm not mad about the joke, but a lot of people were.
Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
That is a wow. Beating women. Am I right, fellow extremely handsome guys? Joke. I'm also joking. Am I gonna get in trouble? I don't want to get in trouble. All right. I don't like those kind of jokes, really. I like this.
Here's a scary concept, though. Getting old. You can't do that.
The live audience seems to love this joke in his special, which makes sense because it's always a different candor from live to perceived. People like to get fucking mad on the internet. It's obvious. Like you're canceled though. You're canceled now. His career's over because of the domestic violence joke a minute into the special. Or maybe it's not because a lot of the people who actually enjoy and spend money on comedy don't care about jokes if they're bad. I'm upset. I feel stupid. My favorite comedian is not Damon Wayans or Jim Carrey. It is Norm Macdonald. All right.
Do you think this would be funny, just as a practical joke, if you just wrote a suicide note and just blamed some random guy? Would you think that would be, you know what I mean? You know, like your barber or something like that, you know, it was all Ralph Abernathy's fault. Because you know the police would be compelled to go to Abernathy's barber shop and go, have you ever heard of a fella named Norm Macdonald? I go, yeah, he'd come in every couple of months for a trim. Oh, okay. Well, anyways, he took his life because of you. He wrote it here in this letter. Would you like to keep the... Then Ralph Abernathy would have to spend the rest of his life walking down.
And then my second favorite comedian is Craig Ferguson.
No, I'm very old-fashioned about sex. I'm a romantic. I don't need all that emailing and phones and cameras and shit. I'm a romantic. I'm an old-fashioned about sex. A couple of hookers, some blow, a midget, I'm good. I don't... That's how we used to do it.
And then Damon Wayans, and then Jim Carrey. That's what it is. That's what it is. Norm Macdonald, I love very f***ed up jokes. And Norm has been canceled quite a few times. He's passed away now, unfortunately. So is Matt Rife's career over? I don't really know. He had an idea, I think, that this was coming because he named his tour the Problematic World Tour, and he has his like name in the title, and it's sold out for all dates in 48 hours, according to an article on Netflix. So no, his career is not over. Quite frankly, he's going to be a very popular comedian for a very long fucking time. That being said, it doesn't change the fact that a lot of people really fucking hate Matt Rife. We're gonna find out why today. But to circle back though a little bit, Netflix is so cringe. Look at this.
Now, the stand-up who, during COVID, broadcast his homegrown, socially distanced shows from a pickup truck is being singled out as a hot comic by Vogue and even the New York Times by praising his jokes and his chiseled cheekbones. As Rife jokes himself, "You can't cancel me. I'm not your gym membership."
Dude, what the f***? Who wrote that? in Chat GPT. That is the most inhuman sentences I've ever seen. Seems like Matt Rife might be uncancelable, but there are a lot of people very upset. The misogyny, domestic violence bit is not the only knife that was plunged into the back of his female predominant audience, at least on TikTok. He also has choice words for astrology immediately following that joke. He has a particular distaste for crystal ladies, comparing them to Thanos, and he says he doesn't want to play a game of Mancala to get laid. Interesting.
Ladies, put the fucking pebbles down, okay? We are sick and tired of walking into your bedroom and it looking like we gotta beat you at a game of Mancala before we can sleep with you. What the fuck is all this gravel doing inside, Thanos?
For a guy who's built an audience predominantly of women, he just seems to not like them very much. It is funny. It's an interesting thing that's happening right now with him. And also, is he even handsome? I keep joking about that, but I feel like he's really just like a normal looking dude. He just has a really chiseled jawline. All that being said, the live audience once again is eating it up. They love this shit. They don't give a fuck. It's the internet's reaction later to what he said, and you know, here we go. He isn't funny at all, this guy. Looks like my Aunt Suzanne. Which Hollywood agent did he sleep with to get here? The Aunt Suzanne thing, that's funny. If the special was actually funny, I don't think people would actually mind, but it really did suck. You know, most Netflix specials suck, aside from Shane Gillis' most recent one. I'm a rightist and offended by that. What the f does that mean? What if I say Matt Rife looks like he gets beat up by women? I don't even know what that means. After all this, Matt decided to apologize to the people that he upset. And instead of going on a traditional sort of apology tour, like even the great Norm Macdonald has done, where he, you know, earnestly sat down in front of a live audience and said he was sorry and that he should know better, etc.
But I will say the remark I made about people with Down syndrome was just a terrible thing for me to say.
Agree.
He posted on his story this: if you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology. Tap to solve your issue. And it's special needs helmets, which is not funny. He should not have done that. This move, you can imagine, a lot of people really enjoyed. It's baller, right? It's brave. The fact that he didn't cave to critics and he doubled down. I find him even more hilarious to this. This is hilarious. And the recreationally offended weaklings are promoting him even more. Love to see it. Comedians should not face backlash for their jokes. It's comedy. If you don't like it, that's fine. All the losers winning about a comedian making jokes are proving his point. They're unequipped for the world at all. That's kind of funny. What jokes does he do? I don't think that anyone should be offended by jokes, especially to the point where you're losing sleep over it or something like that. I'm not sure. So let me know what you guys think about that, his response. Do you think his response was baller? Do you think it was fucking epic? Do you think he epically trolled the leftist libtards that said he was not funny for making jokes about women getting beat and stuff? Or do you think he's awesome? You know, it's interesting. The man can dish a joke, but when a TikToker that makes TikTok content makes a joke about creating his jawline in a f***ing lab or a medical office, he gets a little bit upset. Me after creating the greatest jawline ever seen just for my patient to get canceled right after. This guy's clearly implying that Matt Rife is the jawline that he created. And then Matt Rife responded and said, lying about medical history is illegal. Just FYI. He's a little bit insecure about that, it seems. This seems funny, though. I like that joke. It's not bad. The public, at the end of the day, is always going to be divided, and that does not change when it is what people think is funny. Everyone is going to feel different about what they think is funny. I personally have no problem with jokes, ever. I think everything should always be able to be joked about, no matter what. Genuinely, you know, I might have an emotional reaction, but at the end of the day, I think anything can be joked about, especially if it's not like a personal sense, if like your girlfriend's joking about something that's you're very vulnerable about. That's up. But a comedian, their job is to joke. That's like the whole point of the job. You know, the jester can poke at the king. Comedy is very important. Humor is subjective. A lot of people claim to be able to take jokes. They can't. Some jokes are funnier than others. Fuck, it's obvious, dude. A lot of people rightfully upset over Matt's domestic violence joke because they had their own experiences to share, and that's not something I could ever understand. From my perspective, I've never experienced domestic violence, so I thought it was not necessarily funny, but also it's not anything that would ever make me upset. Really, after this, there's a lot more hate of Matt Rife that I've seen on TikTok, the platform that built him. And that's the reason that I wanted to make this video, because some of the hate is f***ing hilarious. Check this out. I never found Matt Rife funny. I've been too busy thinking he looks like this. Old Matt Rife looks like the villain Sid in the first Toy Story movie. Now you can't unsee it, and that's f***ing funny. Mic drop. Stay tuned for my crowd work. That's true. He does look like that. And also, that's a cringe tweet. People are fucking upset people are fucking excited. There's a lot more. It seems like on X and Twitter, people like Matt Rife a lot more. A lot of my friends like Matt Rife, and some of my friends don't like Matt Rife. Okay, some of my friends. I don't really care. Do you guys like him? Like comment down below. Let's see what the most liked comment on this fucking video is, and let's see who the most based in red pilled is and who has the most resonant opinion. Okay, the thing that confuses me the most is my audience is girls, but I make my content for boy. So that doesn't really make a lot of sense, but this is what he said. One thing that I wanted to tackle in this special was showing people that despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys. Who the f cares at all? What the fuck? In another video, he said he knows most men come to his show because their girlfriends wanted to. I don't know what's wrong with having a female audience.
So they bring their boyfriends or husbands who are always reluctant because they fucking probably bought the tickets.
Right.
They didn't want to be there. And then like 20 minutes into the show, they realize like my comedy is so much more for guys than it is girls.
Just pull your out and swing it around and make a funny sound or something. That's funnier than having to divide your audience, I guess. I don't know. It's for the boys, dude. Do that with the boys anyways. They like that too.
To me, I've always gone for the tone of like, I just wanted to feel like a hangout with the boys.
Right.
Like you're gonna say some ridiculous shit from time to time, but I wanted to just feel like a hangout.
Bro, Matt, you gotta love your audience, dude. You get bitches, mad bitches. Don't throw that all away for a couple of dudes. For the boys? What do you mean?
It breaks my heart that so many guys just won't give me a chance because I'm like, dude, we could be best friends, dude. You just never know.
Too handsome, too many girls, etc. It's easy to understand. This is a video that went incredibly viral over the last couple days. It's got 1.8 million likes, and this is just doubling down on the people hating on him. Check this out. It was posted by a person named Bunny Hidayah. I'm not exactly sure what her name is.
Matt Rife has decided to start beef with my 6-year-old child online. Yeah, you heard me correctly. My 6-year-old child online, because everyone knows that my son is like a genius and he's really into space. I fiercely protect my child online.
I wouldn't post him online then. If you fiercely protect him, I wouldn't post him, to be honest. If I had a child, I wouldn't post him online. That's separate from this video, but I just don't think you should be posting your kids online. That's just my opinion. I don't know. So this lady talks about a interaction her son had with Matthew Rife in regard to his comedy. Her son likes space a lot. She really likes talking about her son liking space and Minecraft, and the fact that she doesn't put him online that much. People don't know his personal information, but she still puts him online and lets him make TikToks or something. I'm not really sure. And then she shows a TikTok of Matt Rife talking about space, in which her son responds to it and gives Matt Rife a smackdown.
Nothing to do with the stars, man. Just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't, doesn't mean...
It's Saturn that has the rings, and it has more also, and you're mean to girls.
Damn! And then he walks away, and it's the sound on TikTok. I'd roast you, but my mother says I'm not allowed to burn trash, and it's got the big bouncing ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? He just fucking burned him, dude. It's like a child, a little child making fun of Matthew Rife. Whatever could Matt say in response to this? It's important to mention the context that this is a small child.
I'm not the type of content creator that usually talks about other people or other things for views. You look to the video on here, you can see that all the comments were like, oh my god, he's so smart, he's so cute, like, oh my gosh, yeah! Mind you, he's not tagged in it. I have no connection with him, and it was posted on a Netflix page. While you clearly took a lighthearted video and turned it into fighting with a 6-year-old, let's talk about the comments that you said about me. I have never made a single dollar from a man. Audience is female, 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 female. And a little bit of the gays and nays. You can't accept the fact that people may like women for their personalities.
So Matt commented back on this video of this little kid just correcting him and saying how he doesn't like girls. Matt Rife said, Jupiter also has ring. Oh, and Santa Claus isn't real. Your mom buys you presents with the money she makes on OnlyFans. Good luck. Dude, that shit is so up. That is funny, to be honest. That's not something I would say, but that is an absurd response. That's a child that he's clowning on and just saying it. The emoji, it's just so confusing. I don't know how to feel. Was he actually offended by this? It seems like it, maybe. But at the same time, like, that's maybe a potentially funny response. Does Jupiter actually have a ring? I didn't think it did. This had the potential to just be like something funny all around, but it turned into some random TikTok nonsense that makes this dude look like an asshole. I hope it's a misunderstanding. I hope he's not actually mad at a child, but oh well. That was a clip where I was like, oh man, that's This is really complicated. This guy really does not care if people like him or not. He just kind of says whatever he wants. If it's rude or untrue or whatever, and he talks about OnlyFans and stuff. I mean, come on, bro. What about my OnlyFans? I'm a guy and I buy presents for my kids with my OnlyFans earnings, which are big. I have a lot of earnings from OnlyFans. And somehow after all this, he's become right-wing and it's like involved political drama. I don't really understand the whole right-wing, left-wing thing. It's the joke turned into a political debate and he went on to Jordan Peterson's podcast.
The joke's like a minute and 30 seconds and people were like, all he did was bash women. And I purposely did it first in the show to go, hey, just so you know, this is the kind of humor I like to tell. And if it's not for you, you are so more than welcome to turn off the TV right now.
I don't know if this is an attempt for him to split the internet even further or really just kind of set in stone who he is. Maybe since he's set with the whole tour dates, he just wants to invoke as much infamy as possible. I really don't know. It's genius. It's probably going to work pretty well, but this is just totally unnecessary. It's a super long interview and they cover a lot of different topics, but it boils down to the main following topics. Matt will never apologize for a joke, ever.
Although apologizing is a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely not. I'll never apologize for a joke, ever. I just find the prioritization of human beings to be so
Matt says that if 12,000 people are offended, there's 100,000 people that loved it.
Well, you clearly offended 12,000 people. That was the number you came up with. Why are you so confident in your intent that your belief in your own goodness in relationship to comedy trumps the fact that like 12,000 people are telling you that you said something offensive?
Because if 12,000 people are saying that, I would say 100,000 people are saying they loved it and they've been through domestic violence situations and they found the joke very funny.
Matt says that it's insane when people complain online about things they don't like when there's a world of things outside that they do like. He says it's a waste of time, energy, and emotion.
If you're on this earth for such a limited amount of time, how insane is it to sit behind your phone and computer and complain about something you don't like when you have a world at your hands of all the things you do like? What an absolute waste of energy, time, and emotion.
Matt says the internet gives people false confidence to say things that they wouldn't normally because there's no repercussions.
But obviously the internet creates this is what I would believe to be false confidence. And believing that they're safe behind this imaginary source of social media, that they don't face any repercussions because their profile picture is an anime character. And that everything's a private profile. There's no consequence to saying what they say.
There's no consequence for leveling an accusation.
Basically, people are anonymous and they can just say whatever they want. And honestly, I'm fine with all that. I think that all makes perfect sense, and I just don't really care. At the same time, you don't gotta be a dick about it, I guess, right? Like, what do you guys think? That's kind of what I want to know. I want to know what you guys think about all this shit. It's the Justice privilege. Wait. Do you think I should start alienating my audience and start making jokes about things that I think are epic and cool, like how bad women are at OG Fortnite and how good I am at Lego Fortnite when compared to women specifically, and also 6-year-old boys who like space, but are also not able to think about space and are wrong about it? Dude, I don't fucking know.